This episode is brought to you by Big Illinois Records, pushing pure creativity into underground since 2021.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nick, your host of On the Scene with Martini. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, you are the scene.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Nick, honestly with Martini. Today I got Peter from Kaonashi. How you doing today, Peter?
I'm doing good. Excited for this interview. We had to reschedule a little bit on my
Yeah,
end, but we good now.
no, I appreciate you making it work. I know you're currently out and about, so I appreciate that. We'll try to
Yeah,
keep it to
absolutely.
the nitty gritty. I just want to,
Yeah.
how I always get started, just talking about how you got into music as a whole and like your upbringing with music, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my house wasn't really a musical house. Like my dad would DJ, and play like a lot of Kenyan music, but it's not like he toured or anything. And my mom just listened to music casually. But I just kind of found music through a lot of media. So I found it through Tony Hawk, found
Hmm.
it through Guitar Hero. Shit, found it through Grand Theft Auto. That was a big one. But it was one morning that me and my brother shared a room. He woke up before me and he was watching MTV, and Helena by Mike Chem was playing. And I made fun of him. I was like, dude, what are you watching? This weird white boy shit. But secretly, deep down, I loved it. I was fascinated. And then one day I woke up because, MTV would play shit the same
Hmm.
schedule. I woke up before him and I secretly put it on. And I just stood in front of the TV staring, just like, dude, this is insane. And he caught me and made fun of me. And we just went from there. It was Helena. It was goddamn Sugar We're Going Down. It was Backcountry, All Right, Sins, Not Tragedies, from yesterday, 30 Seconds to Mars, and just kept going from there. So I guess to make it more specific, I played Rock Band and Welcome Home by Coheed was on there, and that took it to a different level. So then I was like, I need to know everything about Coheed. And then I found out they were on Equal Vision Records. I went on Last FM, and the fans also like section was The Fall of Troy and Horse the Band. And you know what I mean? It went
Hmm.
from there. And I've truly been on the same exact trajectory since that day. Just this rabbit hole of Last FM. Coheed went to Fall of Troy. Fall of Troy went to Protest the Hero. You know what I mean? Protest the Hero went to goddamn Number 12 Looks Like You until I'm here today.
And that's crazy too, that like you started out this journey like looking at a song, realizing that they're on Equal Vision Records, and not to jump ahead, but now your band is on Equal Vision Records. I mean, that's a pretty full circle thing.
It really is. And so much of Kaonashi is full circle because it's like, you know, the power manifestation, bro, that's a real thing. I never was like about that, but when I think about it, I'm like, I've set out a specific thing, like a very specific thing.
Hmm.
Like, I want this Coheed, Equal Vision, Frog, Metalcore, Fall of Troy. And a lot of the things, the people I looked up to are like friends now. So it's a privilege, really. But that is a very specific time and sound and place that I love. Equal Vision, 2007, Fear Before, Circa Survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did,
Yeah.
did you ever play any bands with your brother?
No, never did. He had some bands like before me. Wise Up, if you know Westchester Hardcore. He's
Okay.
the one that showed me fucking Cro-Mags. Like his band covered We Gotta Know. And then I was like, damn, that song's really good. And then we went and saw Cro-Mags in 2009 at the church with like All Out War and Cold World. So it's just another layer to it,
That's a
you
hateful
know?
show in like a good way.
Oh yeah, insane show. And mind you, I don't know what hardcore is. I'm going to it with the context of Fear Before and Coheed, and I
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
proggy weird shit.
With
And
the barricades and shit.
yeah, and I was like, this is amazing. what if I mix them together? And I'm still trying to do that to this day, mixing hardcore and prog.
With you were talking earlier a little bit before we started about how like Westchester was pretty influential in terms of like the hardcore and like how you got into it. What
Yes.
was it? Can you mind telling us about that? Like you saying you worked at a venue?
Yeah, absolutely. I moved to Westchester from Philadelphia to live with my grandmom, and I had to walk to Lorenzo's, if you know, on
Hmm.
Matlack Street. And there was this poster in the window of a building, and it said fucking Aiden. And I was like, wait, what? Aiden? The band Aiden is playing here? I couldn't comprehend it. So then I went on the website and I was like, Fear Before is playing here? Like, and I always thought of shows as these huge concerts like goddamn Bon Jovi, and you have to pay $1 million to go, and you're gonna be sitting at the top, damn near by the roof.
Hmm.
I was like,
Maybe
fifteen
on it.
dollars, and I can right. $15, I can go see Alisana and Fear Before, and I set my friends on fire and Drop Dead Gorgeous, and we went. I just asked if we could go, and me and my brother were leaning against this light pole because we jumped the whole time, like the whole time, just jumping up and down and dying out of breath in my Ninja Turtle shirt. And the guy working there, Tom Martin, he was like, "Are you guys okay?" Like genuinely concerned about our health. And he was like, "All right, just making sure if you're gonna die, just die down the block."
Yeah, right.
And I was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever done. I need to do it again." So then I went to the website of the note, and the next all ages event just so happened to be the Bronx with Trash Talk and Trophy Scars, which is like such a different thing than what I saw. So we went to that, and that's where my brother met these kids that he started a band with, and they covered Chromex. And then I got further into hardcore, and yeah, I ended up getting a job at the venue because I just kept going. Every chance I could get, I was just going there. So then I started handing out flyers for the venue. I started cooking at the venue. I would load bands in. I would fucking sell merch, doing anything I could just to be around the music and the culture and to learn.
So at that point, what prompted you to start a band? And was Kaonashi your first band then?
Yeah, Kaonashi was my first band. I like felt like I just understood it. I was like, I would see good bands, but I don't see bad bands. And I'd be like, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? I could do that shit. What? I know what I would do if I was in, whatever. And I was like, this is the next step. Like I have to do this more. Well, if I'm in a band, I'll do this all the time. And I was just heavy on Tumblr at the time, just watching tour documentaries. And I want to be like Basement and Bring Me the Horizon, you know? And that was really, I guess, just blind faith. It's like, I could do this. Also, I want to do this. I really want to play on the stage. And if you start a band, you can play on the stage all the time. So that was really my thought process.
Did you ever have any like formative training with like instrumental or vocally at all prior to this?
No, I tried. So I wanted to be a guitarist first. I wanted to be like, I wanted to sound like fucking Downtown Battle Mountain guitar, which is really hard to do. So I went to Westchester Music and I got a Squire Strat for my 18th or 17th birthday. And I was like, man, this is really fucking hard. So then I went and got lessons, and the dude was trying to teach me Paramore, and I didn't understand it. I was like, dude, this sucks. I hate doing this. I was like, dude, I'll just sing. Cause I got that down. I can do that. That's like easy. Like I really looked at it as well, that's the easy part. So I'll just do the easy thing. I'll be the front man. And that was really how it started.
I feel like that's like the hard thing to do like in a band because at least with instruments for at least from my experience of talking to people is like you can kind of hide behind and some people like playing instruments because you're not that face of attention. Were you like the one like grabbing mics and trying to like do like the sing-alongs and stuff? So it's kind of a little bit of a second nature
Well,
or all around
100%.
circle. Okay.
Yeah. That was the like, it just made sense to me in my mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to. even if I was gonna play guitar, it wasn't gonna be in the back. I was gonna play guitar in the front, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna be in the front regardless of whatever I do with this shit. But I guess I'll just scream because I can already do that. It was so secondary. It was so I was like, I'll just do it. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. I never broke it down to myself that way. It truly was just like anybody could do this, right? And then I started to realize people are like shy about that.
Did you ever have like a moment early on more in your career? Because you guys have been putting out music since what, 20, like 16, 2017 at this point?
The first release was 2013.
13. Okay.
Yeah, native EP. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
Just like, did you ever have like trouble like adapting with your voice and stuff? Because your vocals, I mean, one thing that a lot of people do applaud you on is your uniqueness of vocals.
Yeah. Uh, no, I didn't, because it just kind of gradually got to that point. There was never this like aim. I mean, I guess in the beginning, I was trying to just imitate the people I loved. And at the time, it was sworn in heavily. It was Start NDP by Sworn In. So I was just trying to sound like him. And I couldn't do it, you know? And then I learned I got to sound like myself. So I just started screaming how I screamed at that time, which was this more mid to low range. But once again, I wasn't trying to be like, I'm going to do a low to mid from
Hmm.
my diaphragm. I like just scream and mean what you say more than anything. That's the most important part. Can they feel what I'm saying? It was never about technique. So it just so happened at the time that's what it sounded like. And just as we kept going, the more shows I played, the more experimenting I did, it just kept getting higher and higher. And yeah, it's truly just organic. There was never this aim to be the crazy vocal guy.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it's very lost on people. You need to mean what you're screaming. Cause I believe somebody more if they scream, you know. Uh how you would fucking scream at somebody as opposed to sounding like a monster.
Do you feel like now you've kind of grasped more of the technical aspect, or do you feel like you still are just trying to do what you started? Because it's obviously been working with you. Putting out music for this long isn't like it's not something that just comes to you. You kind of have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah. I think it has. The older I've gotten, the more I'm like understanding it and technicalities and education's not a bad thing. I just thought I was too punk rock to like learn technique and that was dumb, you know? It's like I've had moments where my voice was shot out and all that, but the older I'm getting, the more I would like to know more. But
What was
I'm gonna
that?
always keep it. The
Oh no.
older I get, the more I would like to know more about what I'm doing exactly. But I'm
Mhm.
always going to keep it the main focus of as long as you could feel what I'm saying. I'm not trying to scream perfect. I'm trying to scream so you could feel me.
Do you feel like just in terms of kind of going off of like the then to now, do you feel like your songwriting has changed at all? Just because of, I mean, 2013 was a little bit of simpler of times in comparison to where we are now. Do you feel like even
Yeah,
just lyrically or what you guys are trying to perceive as a band has changed a lot since then?
I think it has. Like, I can't really speak for the other guys, but for me, lyrically, I just had so much to prove. It had to be complex and I was trying to emulate all these artists I loved that were so poetic. And then we had Lemon House, and there's this story. I'm writing like I'm writing a script. There's so many hurdles. It has to push the story forward. It has to be cryptic. It has to have this and that and that. But now that the Lemon House story is completed, I can write differently. You know what I mean? And I'm different. I'm older. I'm
Hmm.
33 now. I'm be 34. It's like I got different things I want to say, and I don't have as much to prove. There is still something to prove, absolutely, but I'm realizing I can approach things differently. Like I really like simplicity now. I like effectiveness, but I like simplicity. Weezer has always been an inspiration for me for their simplicity. Like you look at the Blue album and Say It Ain't So was another song that I heard when I heard Welcome Home. I heard that in the same day. And I was like, dude, this song is simple, but it fucking hits. The whole album hits. And I've always tried to have that side to it as well. Keep it cryptic, but keep it simple. And nowadays it's just leaning more towards the simplicity, the straightforwardness, something that you could just you might hear throughout the day, something that you'll find yourself saying throughout the day. I like that. I'm inspired by that more.
So you're saying Lemon House was like more of a story that you were trying to convey?
Way more. Yes. It was
Was
like a
that,
fucking
did you go into
mhm.
that album wanting to do something like that?
Yes, absolutely. That was like the depths. That was like the deepest. We're gonna make these lyrics cryptic. This music is dense, and it's just I'm really explaining this story.
Hmm.
That's the absolute opposite side. That's the deepest, densest lyrics. And I feel like now I'm at the other side where I just want to write with simplicity that hits you like a ton of bricks.
I wanted to talk about two. You guys put out a release last year, I Want to Go Home. And just
Yes.
kind of going off of, again, just talking about really like a full circle thing. You guys had Anthony Green on the song Jamie. The,
Yes, we did.
was
I still
that
can't believe it,
was
man.
that like a target for you guys to try to maybe land someone in that? I mean, not only is Anthony such an inspiration to the whole emo scene, but I mean, he's a Doylestown boy, he's a Philly boy. I mean, we'll even let him be a Philly boy in that way. So,
Yeah.
like, was it kind of just like like crazy and like you guys wanted to put an or I'm not saying English, Philadelphia
Yeah.
artist on your album?
Honestly, no. The album was still being worked on, but it was figured out. And I was like, wait a minute. What about Anthony Green on that part? So I just reached out and he was down. But it wasn't written with Anthony Green in mind.
Hmm.
And I really wasn't worried about features at all. And it just made sense. It happened organically. So the song was written and then Anthony Green was added. And
Gotcha, gotcha.
I'm so glad he was, bro. Like it it just made perfect sense. Like this shit was like a light bulb, I was like, whoa, this part with him. What if he says yes? I just gotta shoot the shot and just see. And we were, familiar with each other before I asked, and he was down to do it.
If he wouldn't have been, would it just been like another like Peter verse, or would you guys think you might have went for someone else?
See, I was thinking Alex. When I wrote it, I was thinking Alex is gonna kill this part. And we just took it that step further with Anthony on it. So it would have been Alex if he didn't do it.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then just we're gonna keep going just with like new stuff coming out. At the point in time of this being released, you guys will have a new single coming out that I was able to listen to typing. And
Hell yeah.
it's kind of I mean, honestly, like not to be like annoying, but your publicist really put it back, just being simple of like is really putting you guys back to like those metalcore roots of which I feel like you guys really like proclaim and excel in. What made you guys kind of want to go
Hell yeah.
back to that metalcore vibe, or is that just kind of showing that Kaonashi's not really like subjected to one genre at all?
Mm. Well, shit, I'll answer that part first. Kaonashi's not subjected to one genre at all. But the reason we wanted to go back was just like I think Lemon House being completed, it just kind of was like, damn, remember the shit we used to do before we had this like 10-year long, saga? And just playing some of these shows that we've played, I'm like, damn, man, I love that feeling. I want to get back to that, come back to it and add to it and push it further. Because I think a lot of Kanashi, the prog and the density, it made sense with the story, and playing it in the bigger tours and picking up people.
Hmm.
But now that we've done that, I'd like to take it back, you know, bring these people from the Hail the Sun tours, from the Protest the Hero tours, Kim Dracula tour, and bring them to the VFW and let them see the origin of it and see where it really comes from. It's like you go see the world and then you come back home. So, and I think it's just musically where I'm at, bro. Heavy shit. Like I just love heavy music. But I think heavy emotionally, not just
Mhm.
loud and jun jun. It's like
The chug
say
chug.
something that hits. You know what I mean? Something that makes somebody say, God damn. I miss that feeling of pushing people out the way to fucking scream something at the top of my lungs and look someone in the eyes so they know that I felt what they wrote. That's the shit I had in mind writing typing. And back to the simplicity of the lyrics, you know what I mean? That was a big aim with typing. It's simple, but it's not shallow. You know what I mean?
No, I gotcha.
That's really that was really the aim. And yeah, metalcore is the word to use, but there's so much more to it. You know what I mean? I'm putting my life into this shit. Like I want people to listen to this shit and scream in their car like on their way to work. Fuck. You know, like
You're like,
that's what
fuck, I
I'm
gotta
thinking
go
about.
in.
Yes, like that's what I'm writing for.
And I want to keep talking about typing too, but just kind of referencing back, you keep mentioning like Lemon House. Would you think that would, so far in your career, being like it might not be in your eyes like your best, or maybe it would be your best, but most important that you've written and conveyed so far?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I truly put everything in it. I'm just now getting out of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Surviving Lemon House. Like I'm just now getting out of this shit where I'm like, dude, everything was just the focus. I lyrically, musically, everything. You know what I mean? So I'm just now even thinking of the idea of doing something separate from it. And it's an exciting thing. It's an exciting feeling. I haven't felt this in years. And I want to make the most out of it. It feels like I'm in a new band. You know, that's how I'm approaching it. Like, what if we did write different? What if the art was different? Because everything with Lemon House was so cohesive. We could go anywhere. And that's an inspiring feeling.
Are you guys pretty on board at this point in terms of like agreeing on kind of going back to your roots or changing the artwork to be a little bit more what you kind of feel like stands for Kaonashi in comparison to other albums you guys might have put out?
We are absolutely. I think it's understood the vibe that we're going for. Obviously, you know, we're working on things, but
Hmm.
it's this common, man, what if we just fucking hit them with that heavy shit again? It's like I love that idea. We played Cinco de Mayo. We played in Jersey. Crazy ass show. And I
I
was
love
just like, this is
Cinco's.
so good.
Yeah.
Like just being on the floor and just grabbing somebody by the shirt. I love when someone's trying to, you know, reach for the mic because I'll give it to them. And they try to give it back and I just push them. Nah, keep going. Keep going, bro. Like that's the shit I love and that's what I want to do more of.
I mean, obviously, you guys are at the point where you guys are picking up like big tours here and there, and like you guys kind of, again, at this point, kind of have to like to keep progressing Kanashi in that way. But do you guys always have like a sense of love for those small shows, like you mentioned, like the VFWs, and we'll talk a little bit later about your festival and stuff. But which
Mm-hmm.
or my favorite venue, period, is UA. But
Oh yeah,
do,
perfect, man.
best venue besides like the stupid pillars, but I get it. It's in the basement, so it kind of
Yeah,
has to be. But yeah, do you kind of feel like those small shows like really help you guys even progress as a band and kind of keep your guys grounded in a way?
yes, 100%. I like how you phrase that question because that's essentially what I would say. It's to keep you grounded. You know, I want to keep this shit genuine and remember where it comes from. And that's never been a problem with Kaonashi. It's not like we
Hmm.
like,
You're not
you know
like
what I mean?
sellouts or
Ever,
anything crazy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's like I be wanting to do shit like this. You know, it's like
Yeah.
hard to get the moshers in on like a $50 ticket and we're playing at fucking 6:30 p.m. So it's like
That's
just
valid.
what we can do, we do. It's like, well, we can put it at the small room at Paper Tiger in San Antonio, or we can do like have the crazy slam local band, you know? And
Yeah.
I want to do more of that because we are more than just like a metalcore band. I can play with a hardcore band, a deathcore band,
Hmm.
a rapper. I want to mix up. I want shit to be eclectic and different. And yeah, sorry. There was a question again. I'm ranting.
I don't know, but I don't mind a rant. You keep going. You say what you got to
Okay.
say.
Yeah, keeping this shit grounded, bro. That is like the goal. Absolutely. I think we're at the point where we have gone out and picked up new people outside enough that we
Hmm.
can reel it back in a little and just do more Kaonashi world things. We can have a heavy ass band and then have a light band play too. Because I like both sides. I like the emo shit too. I want to work more on making those small, heavy, formative shows.
For sure. And I think you guys are a great band to be kind of or to be like executing that. And with typing too, you have this is kind of like a two-parter, but we'll start it off with there's like a straight minute of vocals from like nonstop for you guys, which is not something that is uncommon for you at all. Do you have, I'm trying to think of the way to say it. Do you find it difficult to like translate that at all into like a live performance when you're getting pushed and grabbed, or is it pretty second nature at this point?
I do find it difficult, and I think that it's part of it. I like that. I like the ridiculousness. I like the fucking overwhelming. There's too much shit going on. I really do. 'Cause I
Hmm.
think it's just part of it. It's like I'll scream a part and just put the mic out to somebody. They scream it with me. You
Yeah.
know, I might stumble over a few words, and I'm gonna be honest. I love it all. That shit might be unprofessional, but it's like you're gonna feel what I'm saying because I really mean what I'm saying, and it's just being on the floor, at New Brooklyn Tavern, and I'm just screaming a mile a minute, and there's one kid that is really tapped in and like is screaming it with
Yeah.
me. That's what the moment's for. I don't want to be like, oh, let me take away some of this because it's gonna be hard to do. It's like, nah, bro, that shit is how I'm feeling.
And it's almost like you seems like Kaonashi is famous for challenging yourselves, and you guys continue to try to. I mean, a lot of bands don't put on festivals like you guys are doing and going on tour as much as you guys are doing. So it's cool to see you guys wanting to
Thank you.
challenge yourself instead of just kind of letting it ride.
Can't go that route because they just gonna get swept in the current. You're just gonna go the way all the other sheep are going. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
like, it sucks. Sometimes it sucks, like going the path less traveled, but it's always I never regret it. You know what I mean? It's worth it at the end of the day. That's the way everybody else goes. And I just don't look like everybody else, don't sound like everybody else. Why would I do what everyone else is doing?
Recently, too, you
That's what
posted. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how I justify it to myself.
that's fair. That's super fair. Recently, you posted a reel of doing vocals and like doing like vocal lessons and stuff. Then that is that newer for you then? Because or
Very new, yes. Peo is the one that got me the opportunity, and I just impulsively said yes, just no thought. I was like, yes, just do it, do something new. Like I've proven that I could write lyrics, I've proven that I could scream, I've proven that I could play a show. It's like, what's the next step of that? And I think education and formally really learning and passing it forward too,
hmm.
you know? So he really got me that opportunity, and I'm so glad I started because I was like, this isn't something I would do. And I think that's a sign that I should do it, doing different things to learn different things. And it's funny, I'm teaching, but I'm learning. I'm
Yeah.
learning the whole time. It's been a real privilege.
Are you mainly, I mean, I think the video that I saw, the guy was singing a death song, right? Or something. It was like it
Yeah,
was a heavy ass song. It wasn't like a light song.
yeah.
Is
Pull
that
the plug
mainly
by
your
death.
is that mainly going to be like the crowd that you are like servicing in that regard?
Yeah, screaming, just heavy songs, like not just death metal, but like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
songs with screaming vocals. Yeah.
It's almost a sense of like to kind of giving back to the community in that regard.
100%. That it's a crazy because I always wondered, like, how can I use this thing I've been working on for like 15 years and vocal lessons? I'm like, dude, that's a good idea. I should fucking do that. And it makes me want to learn more so that I could teach better. And it's just been this cycle of just growth. I'm teaching people how to do shit. I'm learning how to teach, and it keeps going on and on. And I'm only on like week 2, but I really love it.
I was gonna say, even though you're early on, do you have a piece that you learned about or like kind of maybe had a now have a different perspective on vocally that you might have learned already?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like I guess it's more subjective, but just looking at shit so fundamentally, like just working on confidence before even speaking, before even screaming at the top of their lungs, just being comfortable enough to even do vocals in a room with someone you don't know. Like I've been learning about that a lot, and it's a good feeling. Because at first I just walked in, it's so second nature to me. I'm like, oh no, it's fine. Just
Yeah.
just scream, but just do it like louder. Or just cup your mouth more. I was like, but we at step one, step zero. You gotta have someone even comfortable enough to be loud. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I kind of learned how to look at this from step absolute one and put myself in the shoes of a beginner again.
Yeah, I mean, after all this time, it probably is difficult to go back in that regard.
Yeah, I had to think about. I'm like, dude, that's a lot to ask of someone to just scream at the top of their lungs to someone they don't know. It's like we just gotta break the ice first and foremost. It's funny. I was just talking about this. Like, imagine a chef being like, "It's not hard. Just julienne it like this." It's like that makes it even. You would think that would help by showing that it can be done, but no, that's like I don't know how to do that. So I'm
Yeah.
learning how to do this better.
And if you don't get it right away, half the time probably people feel bad that you're like, ah, fuck, I should be able to get this, you know. Peter's saying I
Yeah,
should be able to get it.
right. So I had to just scrap all that and be like, no, we're gonna approach this the right way. And I have like, and then coming back and seeing how that is effective, taking it from truly step zero, it's like it's satisfying. It really is. Like, dude, it's okay to fail. You just that's part of it. You just do it again and again, and it gets better and it gets better. And seeing that process is so fulfilling.
I want to talk on too because it's a or people always like going to this festival, and this is your second festival, correct? With Never Home.
This is the fifth Never Home. We did
Oh, is it?
2022, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Oh, so, my bad. Sorry, I think I
No,
misread it.
fourth. It's the fourth one because I don't think we did 2024. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
No,
But
you're good. You're
no,
good.
this I think it's fourth annual.
For Never Home, what prompted you guys to wanting to start that?
It's Peo. It was Peo's
Okay.
idea. He was just like, dude, what if we just I think we were talking about the hypothetical of just having all our friends, our ridiculous friends from tour in one place.
Hmm. Like a
Like, what if
crazy one night
fucking
bill.
what if he was here? What if she was here? What if he was here? I'm like, what if we just had all these crazy moshers and friends just in one room? It's like, what if it was just a fest? And it just kind of went from there. And it seemed like just this impossible thing. Like, how the fuck are we gonna do this? And Neverhome 2022 was definitely a learning curve, but it was insane. Like just back to back, post show, having bands stay over, had the whole sidewalk filled, like
Hmm.
and we saw that we could do it. Then we just did it again and just learned and made it better and bigger. And to even think about this year, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is like actually insane that we're playing with the number 12 looks like you in Philadelphia. Like, what? Like, it's a trip for me. I love it. It's become so much bigger than we ever planned.
Were you guys always at UA, or did you guys have a few different venues you bounced around through?
We had different venues, like we've done it at Philamoka, Cousin
Okay.
Danny's, uh, all different places. Yeah, Bonks one day, but after last year, it was so good at Underground Arts. We wanted to continue that, and yeah, the Underground Arts is like it's one of the best venues in Philly.
I totally agree. And it's
Yeah,
probably my favorite. I just like the idea of they get like those hardcore bands and but they also get like those indie bands and I know that I can't say the fucking name, but that new duo jazz band Angel de Ponte or whatever,
yeah,
they're gonna be there. It's just like crazy. Like it's just such an eclectic
It's just
Um,
art. Like it truly
yes.
is. When I walk in there, it feels like 2011, 2012 Philly of just art, hella art going on. It's just like so much cool shit. I don't feel that at a lot of places anymore. It feels good. I have an underground art sticker right on my pedal board facing the crowd every night I play. Like I rep that shit. I fuck with underground arts.
So this year you guys are doing the 3 days, and then you guys are doing Upper Darby VFW, which I think that's really cool that you guys are incorporating a venue like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. 3 days. Upper Darby, day one, and that's for 3 day pass holders.
Hmm.
And then day two at Underground Arts, and then day three at Underground Arts. And yeah, bro, it's like getting older and doing this band for so long. I'm trying to move with where shit is going. You know what I mean? Upper
Yeah.
Darby VFW, it's like it's been a lot of shows going on there. And I'm like, I'm very focused on getting new people into the band.
Hmm.
And I want the new generation of kids to like see Kaonashi and hear Kaonashi. And I'm like, I'm gonna go where they're at. You know what I mean? And they're going to Upper Darby VFW. Also, I lived in Upper Darby, so like to play there is insane. You know, I used to get the back to school seekers from the Foot Locker across the street from the venue. To think I'm even playing, you know, gent across the street from the venue from the Foot Locker is insane. So it's nostalgic for me in that sense.
And you guys are doing a different set each night, right? Or that's the goal at least.
Yes, absolutely. Different set each night. No repeating songs.
At all.
None. So it's gonna be yeah, like you if you want to hear everything, you gotta get that 3 day pass. But yeah, it's gonna be all just old shit, new shit. It's like spanning,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the 2013 release to goddamn the new song.
I was gonna say, is that what prompted you guys to wanting to put out a song? Just I think it comes out what a few days prior to the festival itself.
Yes, it does. No, we just we're already planning on it. Well, it's just got the itch to write, and just
Yeah,
push
yeah.
it out. It just so happened to line up with the fest. And I'm glad it did. I'm glad.
Is this a precursor to something that you guys are continuing to cook up, or is it more so just like you said, just wanting to in a mood to write?
I can't really call it right now because it feels like its own individual thing. It truly feels like a single. I always
Hmm.
liked that with bands.
Yeah.
Just this standalone, insane song that it's like, please play this one song, like
Yeah.
Above Below EP by Acacia Strain, where it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, like, please play that shit. I don't want this to get lost in the mix. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't know right now. I'm not sure if
No,
Type is
I
gonna
think
be on
it's
something.
I think it's cool like that too because it's also like as a record collector, it's like the I need you guys to press 7 inch. Like there's no you
Yes.
know what I mean? There's no question
Oh,
about it. Like don't throw it on some like deluxe bullshit. Like I need it. I need that own package art. I want that own insert. Write the lyrics four
dude,
times if you need to.
I used to be obsessed with like singles, like the idea of a CD single or the idea of artwork for just a single,
Hmm.
like so sick. Like I was obsessed with Saturday Night Wrist by Deftones, and they just had these single artworks for like Hole in the Earth and like Maine, and I'm just like, and Xerxes, I think, and it's just so cool to think of it as this own thing. Oh man, CD singles, they need to bring that shit back. I know it's expensive, but
Yeah.
that shit goes so hard. It gives the song this weird aura to itself too. It's this lone thing. Like it's not. It sounds like it could be on Around the Fur or something, but it's like its own song. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's that? Oh yeah, I'm a
No,
nerd.
I think it's cool too because it's like I feel like some bands, especially bigger bands at least, care more about the art and the overall approach and just how everything about the single in comparison to albums. Because I mean, if you put out a single and it sucks, you don't track three to back you up or track four, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Now it's just like that's the single, so like you got to really put your heart into it in comparison to dropping that 15 song 45 minute that never no one ever gets past track 9 or whatever the saying is. You don't ever get past track 9.
right. Oh, I can't. It's like my biggest fear, man. Like you can see that shit with certain songs and certain albums where it's like, I don't want to make skippable shit and I don't want to just burn through the song. I don't want to burn through the video. Every scream, every song, it has to be like the last thing I've ever written. I like put stress on myself with that shit because it's like there's always this album that's like I like them up to this. I
Hmm.
don't ever want to be that fucking band. And it's up to people, you know, I can't change how people feel. That's their decision. I'm sure people saying that now. But it's like, just know I'm writing that shit. Like this it needs to just be the
They're all
craziest
track
thing I
ones.
ever did.
Yeah.
Everything gotta be track one.
Hmm.
I'd even go so far to say track two. Sometimes track two hits
Nah,
harder.
2 and 3 are my sweet spots, I feel like.
Yes, dude. Like there's some albums with a track two that's like, God
Yeah.
damn.
I mean, we were talking about AFI a little bit before. I mean, AFI hits on track one. They always like to make an entrance. So
Yeah, dude, it's so sick.
I want to talk about too one more thing about Never Home Fest because you guys are kind of at the point where you guys can kind of pick who's playing your festival. I know a lot of bands starting out that are trying to do like the festival thing, kind of might even struggle a little bit to get those bands, but you guys are kind of getting bands it looks like you guys have played with or local bands or bands that you guys might look up to in a different way. What are some bands that you would love to have on the fest in like the
Gift
future?
from God.
Okay,
This is the
that was
first one that came
quick.
to mind.
Yeah,
I'd love to have fucking Gift from God. I'd love to have See You Next Tuesday. I would love to have Elijah. I'd love to have God, shit. Like Here Comes the Kraken. Just some crazy deathcore. Like there's a lot of bands I would like to have. I'd like to have rappers, you know,
that'd
like
be cool.
Dollywood or like just mix up in that sense. Have some crazy like after show DJ kind of stuff.
Mm.
And really just expanding it. But yeah, that's the first one that came to mind, bro, was goddamn Gift from God.
Next year, maybe we'll
Like I
see.
would like to
Maybe we'll
have
see
some
them.
experimental or some oh dude, so yeah. Like some death metal. I'd have had like blood incantation on this shit, but that's a little out of our budget. But it's like I uh I really want to put on like peers of ours, people that we have met throughout the year and bands that I are smaller that I feel like our fan base would like
Hmm.
and would get something out of the way they get something out of Kaonashi. So that's really the main factor. And you know, schedules and people's timing and shit like that. But when we're choosing the lineup, that's really where it's coming from. I'm not just trying to get this band because they'll bring people and they had a full set that went viral. Like, no. It's like you like Kanashi for this, I think you'll get it from here. You'll get some math core from Abrupt Decay. You'll
Hmm.
get some mosh from Surfaced. You know, that's how I'm
Yeah.
approaching it.
Is it important for you guys to keep it in Philly? And like,
Very
will it'll
important. It
always
got to
be a
be.
Philly thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even think of it any other way, bro. Like, I mean, not gonna lie, my first show was in Trenton, New Jersey. Like, you know, that's important to me.
Oh,
But
really?
now we're gonna keep it. Oh yeah, we
First
played
show in Trenton? That's crazy. Like being locals or like not playing like you're local.
Isn't that crazy? Like, because that's just where I knew shit was going on. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And nice guy booking. I used to get them emails. And I was just like, guys, I can get us a show with this for the apocalypse. And beyond dishonor, if you know, you know. And yeah, that was where we did our first show at. And then it just got to the point where I was like, no one's gonna give me a Philly show.
Mm,
I need to do it on my own. Kind of ties into fucking Neverhome. I was like, this is what I want. So I'm gonna do it. So then
yeah.
I booked my band, our show. And I started booking. I like Restless Streets, but no one's booking them in Philly. I'm gonna book it. I like fucking mathcore and moshing. I'm gonna put it together and make it affordable in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It all
Yeah.
kind of just ties in. I feel like I've essentially been doing the same thing since 2013.
Does
It's because I
Trenton
love
have
it.
a scene still?
I don't know.
I
I
was gonna
haven't
say I don't
seen
think I've
shit
ever
there. Like,
I've never seen a flyer for Trenton. I was just that's why I
yeah,
was just
you
curious. That's
used
my whole mind right there. It's like Trenton's a scene.
it used to be popping. Yeah, the championship bar and grill, but they don't really they don't do it things anymore. And yeah, if anyone watching this knows, let me know. Is there
No,
shit going
for
on
real.
in Trenton? I'll play Trenton.
I was saying we're gonna pop out the Trenton soon. I don't know if I want to pop
Just
out the
might.
Trenton, but
Right? Yo, it used to be crazy. Adalia and King Conqueror and shit. Oh my god.
It's cool too because you mentioned the rappers, and I'm hopefully gonna have some Painted Truth guys on this soon. But I mean, that's been
Hell
going
yeah.
viral recently with Denzel Curry and hopping on Painted Truth and Knock Loose and stuff. So honestly, it might be
Yes.
more attainable or realistic than probably when you first started in 2013, and you were like, this can't mix.
Yeah, dude, it's crossovers are just happening. It's so regular now. A lot of shit is regular now, and it's for the better. It's good.
Hmm. You're getting those mainstream acts that can kind of help out that touring band and here and there. I mean,
Hmm.
these Painted Truth are just, they're guys from Long Island, like they're just New York hardcore guys. And now you got Denzel Curry, which he like sells out like most like stadiums almost at this point.
Yeah, it's a whole group of people that never heard Pain of Truth now listening,
Hmm.
And that's what really the goal for me is expansion. Just getting somebody that doesn't know, doesn't even know Kaonashi going to Neverhome, It's just this Philly institute, like a roots picnic that. I would love that. Like that's where I'm trying to take it to. Just it's what happens in Philly every summer.
And I want to touch just one more thing about you guys are going on tour after Never Home with the Kala Boys and
Yes.
then as well as Mongrel.
Yep.
You guys
Yeah,
like
we
this. You
got
guys like to stay busy.
bro. We do, man. It's like we had that break at the beginning of the year, get life together, hit that Plant Fitness black card, but it's time to get back to it. You know what I mean? Get back to the schedule. We got Cal's Boys tour, and that goes straight into the number 12 Looks Like You tour. And then after that's Japan, bro. So we got a lot going on.
Oh, you said Japan?
Yeah,
Have
in
you guys played
November.
Japan before or?
Never, bro. It's
Oh,
gonna be my
that's
first
fucking
time.
sick. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm it's a crazy sentence. Everything I just said is a crazy sentence. Like, I'm not just saying, oh, I got a number 12 tour. It's like, bro, I rip off the number 12. That's like one of my biggest
They're in the
inspirations.
credits.
Yeah, yes, dude. And it's like, yo, check my time hop, bro. I love number 12. So it's all really just a privilege.
No, the Japan thing's cool too. And it's like, honestly, if I was a band and I went to Japan and I had three people show up, I'd have a fucking ball in Japan anyway.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Like,
it'd be cool.
dude. And there are people like waiting and excited and just people I've nerded out with about music on fucking Instagram. And I'm like, this shit's really happening,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What's one thing, and this is my final question. What's one thing
Yes.
that what you're looking forward to doing in Japan then?
First thing that came to mind was vending machines and karaoke. But no,
No, that's
like that's the like I have to be honest. That is the very first thing that came to mind. But it's the music, bro. Like being on the dance floor and being just at a show and waiting for the two step to come up, to a band I don't know, doing
yeah.
the shit that I was doing in 2010, but doing it at 34 on a different part of the planet. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm excited for because that's what I did in the UK. I was like, yo, I'm really in the UK right now, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I might just two step just
Mm.
because I'm here. I might just walk and go get a soda and come back just because I'm here. You know what I mean? So just having those moments of like, do it because you're in fucking Japan.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
I'm
that's
excited
fair.
for.
And
Just
you get hooked on
leave the
some
venue and
things
just
too.
go get a fucking soda. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying you get hooked on some things. Like I went to Europe earlier in the year and they had like those melon Fantas. Dude, I was tearing those fuckers up. They're everywhere too. They're like there's no shortage of them.
I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna send you a pic when I'm out there. Melon Fanta. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah, I think it's either like honeydew or cantaloupe. But like it's like an orange soda. Like I don't know what it is. It's just fucking delicious.
It sounds sick. God damn. Yeah, I'm really excited for it because I mean one of my biggest inspirations starting the band was Maximum the Hormone.
Mm.
And I'm like, dude, I'm going to fucking Japan. Like, I don't know. I'm grateful. That's really what I'm trying to say.
No,
I'm
you're
stuttering
good.
and shit. But I'm just grateful for the opportunity to even do that because a lot of people never even get to think about doing something like that. You know?
for sure. And you guys definitely deserve it. I just want to
Thank you.
say thank you so much as well for coming on the podcast. It really means a ton, and I always love
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
Philadelphia bands on because I'm from Philly too. So it's
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's cool to have a fellow guy from Philly on.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, based in Philly, I gotta do it. Let's
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
I'm from the
bro,
Northeast
and
originally.
oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny? All right, one last thing. I just did a fucking house show out in Northeast Philly
Oh,
because
really?
I have this band, these three bands, Don't Fear the End, Ashes at Last, and Destroy All Humans. These three like scene like rise kind of bands. They're all young kids
Yeah.
touring and shit. And I was like, I usually do shit at West Kensington Ministry, but I couldn't book it there. So I just hit up my friend Nick and did it at the Sink in Northeast Philly, just a house. And it's like,
Coincidental to another Nick.
hey, exactly. And dude, it was crazy. Like there were just the whole block was lined up with fucking scene kids. And I'm like, I don't know why. It's like this Kaonashi thing
Hmm.
where I just want to do things that aren't being done. Like I want to book a show in Northeast because I don't see shows in Northeast. I want to fucking put bands together that don't make sense because I don't see it. Like I want to do these fucking things because I'm like, there's a space that needs to be filled. Like there's the Barbary, they like renovated it. I want to fucking rent that shit out as a private event and do a crazy fucking all ages mosh show there because I can't, because
Yeah.
it should be done in my opinion because I
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
that.
You're like that floor
And
is danceable.
it's danceable, dude. Like there's so many places and things that can be done and push the culture forward. Like Philadelphia, fucking metalcore and hardcore, and that's how I looked at it when I first got in. And I want to see that. So I'm like, who can do that but me? It goes back to like the booking thing. No one's gonna book me. I'll book myself. No one's gonna bring these bands I like to Philly. I'm gonna bring them myself. No one's gonna do things in Northeast. I'm gonna do it myself. So that's
Yeah.
just always been the fucking mindset with Kaonashi, and I'm so glad I did that Northeast show. It's like I'm trying to get some more shows up there, just because there was this kid there from Northeast. He's like, dude, nothing ever comes here. I
Mm-mm.
don't even listen to these bands. I just came because I heard something was happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that not what happened to me in Westchester? I was like, what the fuck? There's something happening. I'm just gonna go.
That
So
for sure. And then when you see that flyer, and then you go to your first show, then you see the next flyer, and you're like, and then the worst part though, and this is my final thing because I know you gotta go and it's getting late,
no, you
but
good.
um when you go to that first show, right, and then you look up the venue, and you're like, fuck, these bands were here, 6 months ago, and now I'm a fan. You're like, God damn,
I
that is the
live for that.
worst feeling, man. That's
I'm evil, bro. I'm evil. I love doing that. I love being like, yeah, we had this shit here months ago.
Mhm.
Trust me, we get shit going. Just get in the loop and you're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome to be part of this thing. I want more people part of this thing. And I like doing that. Being like, yo, there's this band Zashed from Arkansas. Get on it now because this shit is fire. You're gonna wish that you were at this show,
Hmm.
just thinking of things in that way. So I'm 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 glad you got that understanding because I feel that way too.
Well, thank you so much again for coming on. And you
Yes,
guys
bro.
have
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. You guys have Never Home Festival, August
Yes.
20th to the 22nd. Tickets will be down below. This will be coming out a few days before, if not a week before. And then speaking of week before, we have their new single Typing coming out. I'm not going to give you a date on when it's coming out. Just follow Kayanashi's pages, and maybe one day you'll wake up to a brand new single. And then not
Follow that.
only that, we got a tour coming up. Cal Style Boys, Mongrel. I have a little bit of people from Japan that listen, so if my 8 viewers that from Japan, check pop
Yeah.
out to a show.
Hop out, dude. Callous Cowboys tour with Girl of Glass and Wielded Steel. And then right after that is the Mongrel Anniversary Tour. Number 12 Looks Like You, Differences and Blind Equation. And then right after that is Japan with Sixth.
Hmm.
So come see us wherever you're at, bro. KanashiPA.com. You can find it on any socials. Shit, message me. I'll give you the info.
I'll say we'll
Thank
get
you.
you
And
there.
hell yeah.
Peace, guys.